Alana, Jaylo.
Rick Hammond?
You lost your floss.
I can't find it. I don't know where it is.
What do you think happened?
It may have fallen out of that little cup I keep it in, because that's where I keep all my stuff for my teeth, and I have to find it. I don't think I threw it in the garbage, because I didn't need to do that. It might have fallen on the floor, and it's one of those round things. It's one of those round, what do you call those things? Those round plastic dental flosses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's somewhere, I just can't find it. I don't know where it was, and I used it yesterday morning.
Oh.
Yeah, it's annoying.
I realized, babes.
What's that?
After we stopped recording yesterday.
Yeah?
That I think I forgot to mention a book I read last week.
Oh, okay.
Called Up All Night. Yeah. Ted Turner, CNN, and the Birth of 24-Hour News.
Wow.
It's a good book. I read Ted Turner's memoir, Call Me Ted, several years back.
Yeah.
And this has some of the same stories, but it's still interesting to hear. So it talks about how he bought TBS. Mm-hmm. And they weren't called that, but he bought the rights to the call letters. Mm-hmm. And they were, I think, 5th place out of 5 stations in Georgia. Mm-hmm. One competing station goes out of business, and they throw an on-air party to celebrate the demise of their competition.
Oh, wow.
Which I thought was funny to me.
Okay.
That you would do that. It also talked about how he bought the Atlanta Braves. Uh-huh. They weren't very successful.
Right.
But he wanted to get people to attend their home games, so at least they could have bigger ticket sales. Uh-huh. And with owning the Braves, it gave him more of an ability to broadcast the games on TV, mm-hmm. right? Because he owned a TV station and now this. Yes. So he would do weird stunts, like he'd have ham operators come into the stadium and try to contact aliens during halftime. He'd have wet t-shirt contests. Super cool, weird stuff like that.
Yeah. To get people watching it.
Yes, to get people to the games.
Wow.
I thought that was very interesting. Then it talked about the formation of CNN, mm-hmm. how he originally wanted to get either Dan Rather or Walter Cronkite, but somebody with a big name. He went so far as to writing a note to Walter Cronkite, who just responded by saying, hey, maybe we could go sailing sometime.
Sailing?
Yeah, because they were both into that.
Oh, wow.
From what I've heard about Cronkite, mm-hmm. supposedly he really regretted stepping down from hosting the evening news.
Oh, wow.
Because that's a gig that brings not only a lot of money, but some fame and power along with it. Mm-hmm. So maybe he should have taken a gig at CNN. They eventually settle on Daniel Shore. Now, when I was coming up,
Daniel Shore?
Sure, yeah. I knew him from his work on NPR. Huh. Mainly All Things Considered. But I didn't know his history as a broadcaster, that he had worked with Edward R. Murrow and, all this stuff. And that he was part of the early days of CNN.
Huh.
So Daniel Shore agrees to be involved. And Ted Turner is competing for, I think, the World Cup. Mm-hmm. Which is a sailing competition. And mm-hmm. I don't really know that world too well.
No.
But suffice it to say, there was a storm, some ships capsized, and for a while they couldn't find his vessel. So the thought was that Ted Turner had died at sea.
Wow.
And Daniel Shore wasn't sure about this. And then eventually he saw Ted Turner on the news and he was alive. And this was maybe 8 months before the launch of CNN.
Wow.
And it confirmed why we need a 24-hour news network, at least for Daniel Shore. Uh-huh. So that stuff was super interesting to hear.
Wow. Uh-huh.
What do you think of what I just said?
That is interesting. I had no idea that Ted Turner, he bought CNN?
He started it.
He started CNN, wow.
He bought TBS when it was just a local station in Atlanta. Uh-huh. And the book even goes into how he made it a cable network.
Wow.
So at the time, this was the early 70s, cable was very, very new. Uh-huh. And they needed content. They would make these deals with households. So they would say, okay, we know that you're buying the service because you want a lot of TV. So we're going to give you a local channel that's either in your area or nearby. And Ted Turner, through some complicated deals, bought time on all these satellites so that TBS would become a well-known name regionally, like on the South and East Coast, and then slowly moved across the country, which was super interesting to hear about.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but what do you think of Ted Turner?
I don't know much about the guy, but he sounds like a really interesting person.
Mm-hmm.
Judging by what you said about his memoirs, he sounds like super interesting.
The book also talked about how he would make fun of cheating on his wife in front of her.
Really?
This was before he was married to Jane Fonda.
Oh.
Apparently he was married to some other lady named Jane.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I thought was super interesting.
So he would make fun of cheating on his wife in front of her?
Yes.
Okay.
I just said that. Like, correct.
No. I'm just trying to get it straight here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And is that why they got divorced?
I don't know. I think he actually did, cheat on her a lot. So
okay.
I can't answer that question.
Oh, interesting.
But it was a good book.
Oh, wow.
I do wonder about CNN. So I don't watch it now because it's tabloidish. And I also feel that way about MSNBC, Fox, OWN, and Newsmax. But it's not.
Yeah, but half of the networks you mentioned you haven't even seen.
But the other half I have seen.
MSNBC, yes.
And I've watched Fox.
Yeah, I mean that's a totally another can of worms that I don't really want to open. But
that's not my point. The point is, at the time, it was a revolutionary idea.
Yeah.
There are two things that TV historians point at is both being good in the short term for news and eventually leading to the environment we have now.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the launch of 60 Minutes in the 60s and the founding of CNN in the early 80s. Wow. Because it showed that the news division could make money and it had an audience. But the downside to that is because it had an audience, it led to this rush for news without checking all the facts.
I remember when my grandparents used to watch, and I used to think, "Oh, this is a network for old fogies," because I was very, very young. We were both very young in the early 80s, mm-hmm. And I thought, "Oh, why would my grandparents watch this?" But that was what my grandparents liked watching, and I think if they were alive today, they would be very, very shocked at what kind of a news network they've become. It's totally not the network that my grandparents used to watch.
Here's a question for you.
Uh-oh.
It's kind of hard to separate CNN from what it is to the idea, but do you think that the idea of a 24-hour news network helped ruin our society?
You mean like that everybody would be looking at it?
That there would be this rush for news, and as a result, a lot of things would get reported incorrectly.
That's a good question. I don't know how to answer that. I'm not sure.
I think it is bad for America, ultimately, but I don't believe that there's any way that Ted Turner knew that at the time. I think he just thought that I think he went into it with the best intentions, not knowing that this would help lead to our downfall as a nation.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I think that it definitely led to alternative sources, but I don't know that it was totally bad for our country to have 24-hour news.
It's not, in some ways it's good, but in a lot of ways it's negative. Like they don't talk about this in the book, but I can make a good argument that if we didn't have CNN, mm-hmm. Al Gore would have become president in 2001 instead of George W. Bush. Because of the way there was a rush to report on the polling in Florida.
Well, you might be onto something.
Mm-hmm.
You might be onto something. But I think you're right though. I don't think Ted Turner had any evil intentions of doing that.
Yes.
To 24-hour news. I think he actually thought, "Oh, people might enjoy this."
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think he had not knowing a whole lot about Ted Turner, but going by what you said, it sounds like he had the best of intentions for a news network.
Do you think he will ever read a book about his life?
I don't know. Maybe he will.
Maybe he will read a book about his life? I asked if you will.
I said I don't know. Maybe he will.
Wait a second. I said, do you ever think you will read a book about his life?
I'm sorry, not him. Oh boy. Okay. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I don't know, honestly, if I would read a book about his life. Maybe I would.
Yes.
Maybe I wouldn't. Who knows?
I don't know, babes.
Not him.
No.
Okay.
I don't care if he reads a book about it.
He may not.
I have this weird fantasy that rich, successful people read about themselves a lot. And I'm sure that's not always the case, but I bet it happens more than people would like to admit.
I don't know. Maybe. But why would they? I mean, if they help write it.
Well, no, but they probably read unauthorized biographies too, or articles about themselves. Because it's fun. It's fun to read about yourself.
It is fun to read about yourself.
I remember one time I was involved in this protest, and I was 8 years old, and they wrote about us in the paper.
Oh, wow.
And I was super excited to have my mom read it to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you feel
And I'm
about
guessing that your name wasn't mentioned in the paper, right?
I can't remember.
Okay.
I don't believe it was.
Okay.
Maybe it was. I forget.
But tell me again, was it a school thing?
Kind of. So what happened was there was this bus stop that all of us used to go to in the morning. Mm-hmm. And like the day before, a little girl was almost hit at that stop.
Yeah.
So I go there the next day, and one of the parents said, oh no, we're coming over here to protest where the bus stop's at, so it's safer for kids. Uh-huh. And you know me, I'm just thinking, oh, this is a Friday morning. This will mean that I'm late to school, and I can say that it's okay because these adults got behind it.
Yeah.
So I just participated for that reason.
Oh, wow.
But it's a good thing.
So there was you and how many other kids?
I don't know, like 4 or 5, including this one girl I was kind of seeing at the time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
I was 8, babes.
I think I know who that is.
Oh, really?
Well, you told me about this person, I'm guessing.
The one who I used to kiss in front of my dad.
Bubs.
I used to tongue this girl in front of my dad.
You didn't have to mention that. I knew what you were talking about.
Ah, and we fly home?
Hey!
What?
Bubs, come on.
What?
Stay on track here.
Okay.
We aren't talking about your exes or whatever.
All right, babes. Keep it G-rated is what I always say.
No, you don't.
I'm literally always saying that when we're not doing this.
No, you don't. You're trying to push the envelope. I know you are.
I'm all about those Disney movies. What?
I'm calling your bluff, Bubs.
I may play a character on this program, babes, but you know the truth.
Oh, what evs?
No.
No, I do know the truth, and you wouldn't say that. I've known you for about 3 years now.
3.5.
3.5. I saw we.
That's okay. I forgive you this time. Keep going.
3.5. You saw we.
It's okay. Keep going.
And I think I know you a lot better than you think I know about you.
Well, good. I'm happy, babes, that you know me better.
Well, at least I'm getting to know you better.
Yes. I really like that mouthwash you bought yesterday.
Yeah, it's I think it's from a company called Equate. And I normally don't buy mouthwashes from that company. I just found it. And it was at a good price, and I kind of like it, actually.
Good.
Yeah. Now, if I could only find my floss, that would be really good.
That'd be awesome.
That would be.
Yes. Jaylo.
Yes?
I'm monopolizing the conversation.
Are you really? How are you monopolizing it?
I've dictated what we've been talking about. Okay. What would you like to discuss?
Well, so this is a good segue into the movies. I may not read a book about Ted Turner, I don't know. But if there was something written about Eli Wallach, I'd like to read about him because I don't know much about him. Okay,
so let's talk about the films and work our way backward because we did watch 2 episodes of DS9.
Yes, we did.
Yes, and we also ate at, or had food delivered from Carl Jr.'s.
And it was good.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Oh, I love Carl Jr.'s.
It is really good. They have a variety of stuff.
That's only the second time I've had food from them in 20 years, I want to say.
Yeah,
close to it.
I did not have the luxury of growing up with them. I did not have because a lot of mainland restaurants were not in Hawaii yet, except for maybe McDonald's, Burger King, Dairy Queen, and Jack in the Box. But those were like
Arby's too.
And Arby's, yes, but not Carl's Jr. So I didn't learn about them until I moved to Oregon. Actually, I never went to one in Washington.
I don't believe they were in Denver when I was there. They might have been, but I didn't go to one. And then, I became a vegetarian and all that stuff. But now I'm back on the meat.
Yeah.
But for real, I'm going to have to slow it down a little bit because it's gotten a little bit out of control, my meat eating.
Okay.
Yes. But in any event. Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yes.
Would you like to give the description of the film, or do you want me to take over?
I will start from the beginning. There's a lot of stuff in there. But it starts off with, there's a lot of shooting in this movie, by the way. Let's see, did it start with somebody shooting in the store?
They love their guns.
Oh my goodness.
It starts off, these guys are outside and there's a shooting, and somebody runs out and dies. And then somebody goes to the house of this other dude and kills the guy and one of his kids.
Right.
Which, honestly, I didn't get how that played into the movie.
I know, and the wife runs away.
There's some stuff about this movie, spoiler alert, that doesn't make sense. But I still enjoyed it.
Not just to him, but to both of us.
Yeah.
And then it was very strange. And there was something, there was this guy that was making a deal with,
Let me interrupt you for a second.
All right.
Do you want me to give a description from where I believe the story starts?
Go ahead, yeah, because it was very confusing in the beginning.
All right. Clint Eastwood plays Blondie, and he traps a person named Tuco. He takes Tuco to a sheriff because there's a reward on his head. And Tuco's yelling at him, "May God have mercy on your soul. You don't know what you're doing." They're about to hang Eli Wallach, a.k.a. Tuco, when Clint Eastwood starts opening fire on the crowd.
Yeah.
Frees him, they go off, and it turns out that these two characters are partners, and they have the scam going to where Eastwood will turn him in and then free him so he can go to another town and collect another bounty on him.
Another bounty, yep.
So the bounty gets raised to $3,000. Routine is the same.
Yep.
He gets freed. But Tuco is just complaining, "I should get more money, and you were a little bit late."
Right.
And blah, 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 blah. And why do you get half? I'm the one who's having to hang. Blondie takes him like 70 miles away from the nearest town and says, "You know what? I don't want to be partners anymore.
I'm going to leave you
here. And I got the money, so I'm good." And then he just goes away.
He just leaves him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's living his life. Eventually, his ex-partner finds a town, goes in, gets a gun in a scene that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
From the store.
And he's telling and this is a scene where he is ordering the cashier or the store owner to
give him his money and his weapons. But meanwhile, Tuco doesn't have any weapons. He's just really angry.
Right.
So the guy is cowering to him, which just doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
But he tracks down Eastwood and basically says, "Bro, you're coming with me."
Yep.
Takes him out to the desert.
He tells him that we have to walk 75 miles.
Not exactly.
What?
He gets off of the horse. Clint Eastwood has this thing that he's drinking out of. Tuco shoots it.
Yeah.
So that the water will just pour.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And he says, "We're about 100 miles away from the nearest town. And you're white, Blondie. And, so I think you're going to pass out quicker than I would in this situation."
You have lighter skin. Yeah.
So I'm going to go to the nearest town, and I have this horse and water and a nice hat. and I'm just going to make sure that you're in front of me, and we're going to see how long you can make it. So Tuco's laughing.
And he's very, and he's like, yeah, you want some water?
Well, here's what happens.
Yes.
Tuco stops and rests his feet in some water and offers it to your man,
Blondie
Eastwood, but he pulls it away at the last second. He's about to kill him when a carriage comes by. Tuco goes up to it because it stops abruptly.
Yep.
Man falls out, is dead, and another man is dying and says, I want water. I'll give you $200,000 in gold if you give me some water. I know where this gold is buried. He gives him the name of the cemetery and is about to say the name on the plot where it's buried under.
Right.
But Tuco goes to get some water for the guy because he's almost dying.
Don't die.
Guy passes away, but before he does, he tells the name to Blondie.
Yep.
So now Tuco has to rescue Blondie.
Right.
Takes him to a church. They treat him. It's the same one where Tuco's brother works. They don't get along.
Tuco's brother Pablo, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so happy to see you, Pablo." And
yeah, Pablo's not feeling it because their dad just died. Their mom has been dead for a few
long
years.
time. It's like you've been gone for 9 years.
Yep.
And then now you're asking about how our parents are.
So Eli Wallach takes Eastwood.
Yep.
And they go, and there's some Confederate soldiers. So Eli Wallach makes some noise to make sure that they see him, and they're enlisted into the war.
And then, it was kind of a weird scene. Yeah.
And they're giving out each other's names to who's ever like the commanding officer.
Right.
And he says, I forgot the name's name,
Bill Carson.
Bill Carson.
Bill Carson.
The general knows that Bill Carson has this treasure.
Yep.
Amazingly knows that.
Yep.
They take Tuco aside and torture him.
And while they're torturing, they're playing this beautiful song.
It's a really good song.
It's called, I found out it's called this, Story of a Soldier.
Who does it?
I have to find out what the name of the singers were.
I might have to learn how to play it on guitar.
Story of the Soldier. It's a beautiful song, and I'm like, that's kind of an interesting song to play while this guy is being tortured, and they play it in the duration of the song.
So now the general knows where the treasure is at. Like the general area, the name of the cemetery, but he doesn't know the name of the person on the grave. He calls in Eastwood. He says, I'm not telling you that. You're going to have to take me there. Bunch of stuff happens. There's a shootout with the general. Tuco and him escape, and Tuco thinks, okay, we're partners now.
Yep.
We're in good. Now they end up helping the Union.
Yes.
And they realize that they got to get the Union to go away so that they can go and get the money.
Yes.
They blow up a bridge. Before they do, they exchange information.
Yep.
And Tuco gives the name of the cemetery and
the name of the grave.
That's what Eastwood gives a name.
Yes.
They blow it up, go to the grave site. Tuco finds the name. Eastwood gives him a shovel. And the commander of the Confederates is there. And
That's
says,
Angel Eyes, right?
Angel Eyes, exactly.
Angel Eyes.
And he says, hey, I want that money, bro.
Yeah.
And Eastwood's like, bro, this isn't the place. I just lied to this fool.
Yeah.
To see what I could get.
Yep.
But he says, I'll tell you what. Put your gun down. I'm going to write the name of the person, of the grave where the money is really buried under. And then we're going to have it out. He writes it down on this rock, puts it down, has his hand on his gun. All people have their hands on the gun. Shoots Angel Eyes. We find out that Eastwood emptied Tuco's gun. They go. Eastwood gets the money, but he leaves half of it there for Tuco. Unfortunately, he has him hang himself. And then he shoots him, and that's the end of the movie. And
we were thinking that he was going to dig his own grave, and that Blondie was going to put him in his own grave and cover him up and have the money right next to him.
Yeah. That's not how it ended.
But that's not how it ended.
There's a lot of problems with this movie.
Yeah.
There's scenes that don't make sense. There, parts of it I felt could have been cut out completely. Now, having said that, despite all the weirdness, I really liked it.
It was a good movie, and it was long, but it was really, it wasn't boring at all.
It didn't feel long, though.
It didn't feel long.
And I was afraid that the first half of the movie was going to be the best, and then the second half was going to be dragging on, but it was actually the opposite.
It was very...
I felt the second half was really, really strong.
Yeah, the guy who played Tuco was really good. Mm-hmm. And I decided to look him up, and he's been a stage actor for several decades, but he's also been in different pictures. But he liked stage acting much better than film acting. Eli
Wallach is dead.
He is dead.
So you cannot write him a fan letter.
No, he's been dead for since 2014, not 1994.
Clint Eastwood is almost dead. He's going to be dead soon.
It's possible.
Are you going to write him a fan letter to see if it can get to him before he passes?
No. Most likely I will never meet him in my lifetime.
How do you feel about Eastwood?
I really heard that he is a very good actor and also a very respected director.
I like some of the films he's directed.
Yeah, what has he directed?
He's directed a lot of movies. He directed $1 Million Baby, which I have not seen.
I heard that one's really good.
I've heard it's good.
Hilary Swank.
He did Unforgiven, which I really like a lot.
What, did he star in it too?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
And it's the last Western that he made.
Wow.
It's really, really good. He did Mystic River, which I've heard good things about.
Oh, I've seen that one. Mm-hmm. I will have to say, as crazy as Sean Penn was, he was really good in that movie.
He's a great actor. He's just nuts.
Yes, he is very nuts.
Yes. And he's done many other films, too.
Dead Man Walking, as hard as that was to watch, he was good in that one.
Sean Penn was.
Yes, Sean Penn.
Yes.
Anyway, enough about Sean Penn.
Yes. I would recommend this movie to people.
It is very good. Yes.
Yeah.
If you like westerns, you'll like this one. And that's good.
Here's a question.
Yes.
What do you think happens to Blondie now that he has half of the money? First of all, do you think he goes back for the other half? I say yes.
You do?
Yes.
He takes all of it.
I think he ends up taking all of it.
Okay.
How do you think the rest of his life goes?
It's possible that he lives in luxury, or maybe he does something good with the money. Or maybe he lives with regret because he killed off... Tuco wasn't exactly his friend either.
They were partners, but...
They weren't friends.
There were some issues.
Yeah, it was a very dysfunctional partnership.
Do you think that Tuco got what he deserved?
In some ways, I do. I'll tell you why. He committed a lot of crimes. He's hurt people. He's killed people. He's done it. He was a very, very greedy person. Mm-hmm. Would you say?
I would say that, yeah.
He was very, very greedy. And I don't think anything good comes with greediness.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Well, usually not. There are some exceptions.
Usually not, no.
Yes.
But, I mean, he was using greediness for his own benefit.
That's what greed is, babes.
I know. Bubs, I know what greed is.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
It's not like I use greediness to help you.
Of course not. You don't.
Oh, my goodness. Give me a kiss.
No, that's what I...
Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss because I want one. I want a kiss. So give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss because I want one. And you want one too.
Hey, please.
Please, and you want one. So give me a kiss. I love you, babes.
Oh.
What?
I didn't finish my thought.
Go ahead, finish it.
But no. He was a very greedy person. He wanted what he could get. And I think in some ways, yes, he deserved it.
Yes.
Now, Blondie wasn't exactly a stand-up guy either.
Do you think Blondie deserves to die?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think did he kill anyone in this movie? Besides Tuco?
Yeah, he killed Angel Eyes. I'm assuming he killed people when he blew up the bridge, although I don't know that for a fact.
Yeah, that's true. That's hard to, I don't know.
And he helped Tuco kill Angel Eyes' crew. Because remember, there was like 6 people that were helping him that were going to escort them to get the money.
Right. That's true. Well, maybe he does deserve to die. But it seems like Tuco was more instrumental in getting them into a lot of trouble.
Oh.
I mean, personally, Blondie wasn't exactly a saint, and Tuco definitely wasn't.
I don't like either of the characters.
I don't either. So maybe he did deserve to die, and he didn't deserve all that money.
Yes.
But I do think that Tuco, the money definitely should have been taken away from Tuco.
Well, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to.
But they're not good characters.
No, they're not.
But the way that they worked together the way that they were on screen was very interesting.
I liked watching them act together.
Yes, they were good.
Mm-hmm.
They were very good.
Are there any questions about this movie that you have for me?
Do you think you want to find out more about the actors in the movie besides Eli Wallach and Clint Eastwood?
Not necessarily find out about other people in the movie, but I would like to delve more into Clint Eastwood's filmography.
Mm-hmm.
And I am of the opinion that he is going to probably be dead within the year. Because he's in his not late 90s, it's in his early 90s. And he just announced a couple weeks ago that he's retiring.
Yeah.
So I feel like somebody like that, I'm assuming he's a very hard worker.
Yes.
I think somebody like him needs to keep working. And if he's not going to do that, his time on this earth is probably limited. So I would like to know more about him as a filmmaker while he's still with us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's interesting when you discover new, or maybe not new actors or actresses, but actors and actresses like Eli Wallach that maybe a lot of people didn't even know about.
He was fairly well known.
Was he?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see him in anything else?
I'm sure I have. I don't remember what, but I know the name.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I wasn't familiar with that name until last night.
Okay. We watched another movie.
We did. It wasn't as good as this one.
I did some research, babes, and apparently the Farrelly brothers made Shallow Hal. They were the team behind Dumb and Dumber.
Wow.
There's Something About Mary.
Really?
Me, Myself, and Irene.
Well, they didn't
and a bunch of other movies.
They didn't score big with Shallow Hal, I can tell you that.
It was a big miss as far as I'm concerned.
It was a big miss.
You want to give the overview?
All right. So I'll tell you what the premise is, and we can go from there. The premise is that Hal is this guy who wants to find, is talking to his, he wants to be in a relationship, and he notices that his friend is very, very, I forgot what his name was, the one that's played by Jason.
George.
No, not George.
No, it's Marcel, isn't it?
No. It's Mauricio. Yeah.
Mauricio.
His friend Mauricio is very shallow. Like, he's breaking up with this girl because her second toe is like longer than her big toe, which is really stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And all he cares about is how good looking this person is. And Hal's like, Jack Black is like, you really have some issues. Are you thinking that starting a relationship based on looks is going to get you far? And
well, wait a second. Jack Black is all about that good-looking girl.
He is also.
He wants the supermodel type as well.
He does want the supermodel type, but he does think that his friend has a little bit more of an issue than he does.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and then and so he runs there's a lot of things that happen, but he runs into Tony Robbins.
And their elevator gets stuck.
And Tony Robbins is like, well, I want you to see the inner beauty in women and not to think of them just as objects. I know I'm rephrasing it. That's probably not.
I want you to find fulfillment. No, he didn't say it quite like that, but I'm a Tony Robbins fan. Alana is not. So somebody who listened to a lot of Tony Robbins back in the day, I can tell you that one of the few things I liked about this movie was it felt pretty true to the persona of Tony Robbins that I know. Mm-hmm. But go ahead.
Right. So there's a couple of women that he meets. There's this one girl named Katrina.
So Tony Robbins hypnotizes him.
Yes.
You forgot to...
I know. He doesn't really hypnotize him, but he says, I want you to see women as they are and not as what you want them to be. Mm-hmm. That's what he said. He sees this girl named Katrina because she's getting a cab. We're not familiar with who she really is in the beginning, except that we know that she took a year to go. She's from Boston, and she flew back to where he is. What state is it?
I don't remember. It doesn't matter.
I don't know what it is. Anyway, she wants to take care of her grandma, and he is looking at her and is like, "Oh, you're really, really pretty, and can I please have your number?" And she's like, "Okay, I'll give you my number." Well, after the Tony Robbins thing, he notices another girl named Rosemary, played by Gwyneth Paltrow, and
Miss White Privilege herself.
Oh my goodness, that's Robin DiAngelo. Anyway, not her. Gwyneth Paltrow. Gwyneth Paltrow is obviously very, very big in this movie, but
wah, wah, wah. Sorry, go ahead. I thought that was
no pun intended.
All right, go ahead, continue.
And Jack Black looks at her and says, "Oh wow, he's thinking she is really gorgeous. I'm going to talk to this lady," and she thinks that he's trying to make fun of her, and it turns out that he isn't, and he really thinks that she's gorgeous, and he wants to get to know her better. Continue on, please.
We find out, what's the name of Homegirl's character in this movie?
Rosemary.
Rosemary is the daughter of the guy who runs the company that Jack Black works for. He's not his boss, he's his boss's boss.
Steve Shanahan.
Yes. Mm-hmm. What a coincidence. You would have never thought it in a movie like this.
Never thought about it, yeah.
He goes over to the house and tells Steve, I have these ideas. Steve likes some of them and says, let's cut the horse shit. He has an Irish accent. I know you're not into my daughter. Why don't you stop mistreating us and just come out with your intentions?
It's pretty good.
Thank you. Jack Black looks at Gwyneth Paltrow, then turns back to the dad and says, I've always heard about you billionaire types with your jets and your private trainers. Nobody's ever good enough.
Nobody's ever good enough. You're an overachiever, and
I love your daughter.
Yes.
Then they have a meeting, and afterwards, homeboy Steve calls over Jack Black and says, I've been thinking about what you told me about my daughter. You give me a lot to think about. I really need somebody who's not going to be just a yes man. So would you like to work directly for me, lad? And here's some Lucky Charms.
That's so funny.
Thank you.
Here's some Lucky Charms.
Jack Black eats the Lucky Charms.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. He says, give these to Rosemary because she needs a little bit more meat on her bones. And yes, I would love to work directly with you, sir.
Right.
Jason Alexander is getting pretty disturbed by what's going on with his friend Hal.
He thinks that he's lost his mind.
Yes.
Yes.
And he sets out to ruin this relationship by finding Tony Robbins. Now, before he can, Hal has sex with Rosemary.
And
we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
Yeah.
When we do our thoughts on the movie. But right now, this is a recap of the film. Yeah. So, finds Tony Robbins, says, my friend's life is being ruined. And Tony is all like, well, it wasn't my intention. I mean, I wanted Hal to have a better life. But if this is coming between him and his financial success, then I guess I can tell you a way out of this. That is my words, not Tony's.
All right.
Now, by this time, Hal and your girl Rosemary have ran into her ex-boyfriend who's part of the Green Peace. Ralph.
Yes.
Okay.
He's part of the Peace Corps, not Greenpeace.
Okay. Yeah. So, they go out to dinner, and Rosemary says, after seeing Ralph today, I got a call from him, and he wants me to go off to some country we've never heard of because there's 100,000 starving people there.
Yeah, and I want to help.
And I want to help, and, you're still going to be the main man in my life. So he's like,
I'm going to be gone for was it 14 weeks or something?
14 months.
14 months. That's a long time.
Maitre d' says, Hal, you have a call. Hal goes over. Jason Alexander says his little saying and says, okay, now you're going to be back to normal. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
He starts seeing people as they are, including Rosemary. He sees that she's a bigger gal, and he runs out of the restaurant only having seen the back of her.
Right.
Runs into Jason Alexander, tells him what happened. Hal says the story of you ruined my life, blah, 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 blah. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Mm-hmm. And Jason Alexander's like, okay, well, let's get you home so she doesn't see you. Mm-hmm. She comes over his crib. He puts some stuff on his eyes and says, I'll call you in a couple days, girl.
Girl, yeah.
And then he's blowing her off. And
his neighbor Jill, who he tried to get with the first part of the movie,
says, hey, let's go out to dinner.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, babes.
Yes.
They go out to the same restaurant that Rosemary is out with her family.
Yes.
They go to. You never would have thought that, right?
It's not at all obvious at all.
Yes. She sees them. Hal calls her, and she's like, you're a psycho. You know that?
She's crying.
Yeah.
And he doesn't understand, why is she upset with me?
And the boss is all like, stay away from my daughter. It's no longer safe for you.
That almost sounds Irish and Indian.
Yeah. And they want to reverse this spell, Jack Black and Jason Alexander, but somehow they can't find Tony Robbins. Now, maybe if they had looked for him at all, they would have found him, but they're just saying, we can't find Tony Robbins.
Oh, well.
They don't try anything to find him. Because amazingly, they can't find him.
No.
And I know that the internet isn't what it is today back then, or wasn't what it is today.
Right.
But you could do a little bit of research before you give up.
Exactly. Anyway.
He decides that he needs Rosemary in his life, goes to the Peace Corps, sees that people look differently now, and realizes that Rose is having a going away party, goes there, decides to make out with the maid. Her mom walks in and is like...
Without knowing that it was the maid.
Yeah. Rose's mom walks in the room and is like, oh, it's cool that you're making out with the maid, but why don't you come back? This is where Rosemary is at. And he says, I was a jerk. I didn't know what I was doing. Can you take me back? She's like, yeah, but I'm going overseas for 14 months. Tonight for 14 months. He's like, 14 months? That's way too long. I guess I'm going to have to go with you.
Is it 14 months or days?
It's 14 months.
Oh, that's like, well, I can't wait that long. And she's like, I understand. That's why I'm going with you.
Yeah. And they're like, yeah, he signed up. Amazingly, they take the ex-boyfriend and this Hawaiian dude to the house with them.
Why? We don't know.
Yeah. So... as a reverse of fortune, she carries him out to the car, and they drive into the sunset. This is a bad movie. Thumbs down.
It is so typical of 2001's romantic comedy thing. I didn't
like it. I laughed a couple times, but there weren't any hard laughs in the movie.
No, It was very predictable, and I normally wouldn't say that about romantic comedies. Mm-hmm. It was predictable. I mean, guy meets girl, guy falls in love with girl falls in love with guy, somebody tries to ruin the relationship. She ends up, the girl sees him with another woman out, on a date or whatever you call it, and so do the parents. But they don't even talk about that. No.
And the other thing that gets me is I know that Tony Robbins programmed him to see the inner beauty, but he's not going to notice. Jack Black isn't going to put together that she's a bigger gal when they're having sex.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
That didn't make any sense to me.
It didn't make sense at all. I know. I understand.
I don't like this movie.
I at least gave it a 6, just because, I mean, the message was Okay, I like the premise of it, but it was not executed the way that we thought it should be executed.
I'd give it a weak 5 because I chuckled a couple of times.
Okay.
Now, there's also an insignificant scene with his dad at the very beginning of the film that didn't need to be there at all. It didn't add to the story. I don't like stuff like that.
No. No, it just didn't seem like that. Like, come on, that wouldn't really happen. Mm-hmm. And, why would a dying father tell his son that? Oh, don't ever settle for an average woman.
Well, okay, even if he did tell his son that, you don't need that in the film.
No, and he never talks about his dad after that.
No, it's not like he brings it up at the party and he says, well, I gotta tell you, my dad told me this when I was a little boy, and he was dying.
They never, and you would think that you would think that it would come up in the Tony Robbins encounter, right?
Yeah, at least.
Because it's the Tony Robbins would have said, is there anything that happened in your childhood that would make you think differently about women? Mm-hmm. And it just never came up.
No.
It never came up. I don't think, and I would agree with you that it was not well executed. And
Jason Alexander is just a dick in this movie.
Terrible. He's no George.
No.
He's not funny at all.
No, he's not.
So I gave this one a 6. I gave The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly a strong 7.
Yeah.
I thought it was very good. Very well done.
Would you recommend Shallow Hal to anybody?
Oh my goodness, no.
No.
No. If you want to watch a movie like that, watch the watch something else, but not this.
It's not good.
It is not good at all.
And I know that I'm a Gwyneth Paltrow hater, and I think Jack Black seems like he's probably a nice person to hang out with. Mm-hmm. But I don't like movies where he's the star. I didn't like Nacho Libre. I obviously didn't like this movie. What was the other film we were talking about last night with him?
School of Rock.
School of Rock.
I thought it was okay. I don't think it was the best movie, but I didn't think he was bad in it.
I can't believe that Richard Linklater would direct a movie like School of Rock. Mm. It's just so bad.
Do you think that if he chose a different actor like Adam Sandler, do you think he would have been better?
I don't think the movie would have been better no matter who you put in it.
Really?
Yeah. And again, I think I would like Jack Black as a person, but I don't like his acting.
Speaking of School of Rock, there is something... I thought there was something in Portland for kids.
There is. It's near my place.
Is it?
And the dude who runs it will occasionally give seminars at the Blues Festival. Or I've seen him do it once, I should say. Yeah. Where he'll talk about kind of the history of music. Mm. Yeah, I walked by that place so many times.
Did you, and you saw him talk, was it interesting?
It was okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes. We got into a discussion about Tony Robbins this morning.
Yes.
I was telling you about a program he did called On Getting the Edge that I got a lot out of. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on Tony Robbins? And we also talked about the documentary, I Am Not Your Guru, which you have not seen, but I have.
No. I don't know much about this guy, but I have a real problem with a lot of self-help people. Mm-hmm. I just think that, those tools can help, but they can only help so much. And I just think that a lot of self-help stuff has been creeping into our culture. It's even been creeping into Christian circles, and that's why I don't read a lot of things from Christian authors that give advice, except for that one that I read, which that's probably as far as I'll go with it. The book being The 5 Love Languages, because that was kind of interesting. But I think it could be used as a tool. But I don't know. I don't know too much about Tony Robbins to really form an opinion, but I do have a problem with the self-help thing.
I have some issues with his stuff, but overall I think he does some good work. Mm. I've benefited from listening to his audio programs and doing the exercises that he recommends. Mm-hmm. And I think that you get something out of it too.
Okay.
Yes. I would love to watch I Am Not Your Guru with you.
Okay, and when was the last time you saw it?
I saw it the day it came out in 2016.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay.
Because that was when I was really not a diehard fan, but I was just getting into his stuff hardcore.
How did you get introduced to his stuff?
I was doing an event,
Mm-hmm.
and I had some problems with somebody who was on staff, who just wasn't paying attention to what I was saying, and didn't want to listen afterwards.
Was this person giving you grief as much as anybody else, or was it just you?
It was everybody, but he just was uncooperative.
Oh, okay.
So what I like to do is, after I do a project, I like to talk with the other people involved about what we did correctly and what we can improve on. Mm-hmm. And this person just didn't want to hear it.
Ah, okay.
So I asked another person in the room, hey, you saw my exchange with so-and-so. I want to become better at communicating. Is there anything you could recommend to me? Mm-hmm. And he told me to get on Getting the Edge. Mm-hmm. So I did it. I want to say this is in May of 2015. Mm-hmm. And for about a year and a half to 2 years, I really got into Tony Robbins. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like every single day. It was just all Tony all the time. But I definitely watched a lot of YouTube videos. Mm-hmm. I read a lot of his stuff. Mm-hmm. And I got something out of it.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. So you decided to show me a really, really funny parody on Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
Could you tell about
Why don't you discuss it?
Okay. So this was the name of the person in this parody was not Tony Robbins, but Tony Bobbins. And David Cassidy was a person in the one of the people that was featured in the parody.
Because Tony used to do infomercials back in the early 90s.
Yes, and he's talking about like the steps to helping a person get over this a breakup. Mm-hmm. And they show a guy being taken out of his house, like code blue, and it's like he's very hung up on this girl, and he was featuring some people in the parody about ripping up pictures of the girl, and Gary Coleman was in it for just a few seconds. It was really funny, but one of the things that he said that was really funny is like, well, some people are saying, don't you feel terrible by taking money from hundreds of people? And what was his comment?
Hundreds of thousands of people.
Hundreds of thousands of people.
And he said, if I can benefit one person from by taking all this money, even if that one person is me, I've done a good job. Something to that effect.
And he goes, stop crying over her and embrace me.
At some point, I would like to show you Tony's TED Talk, because I thought it was really good, and the YouTube video where he talks about Thanksgiving with his family. Mm. Those are two videos that I really like of his. And it might be fun to show you those in conjunction with I Am Not Your Guru. What do you think about that?
It's possible. It's possible.
Yes.
It is possible.
It is possible, babes.
Yes.
Do you know anybody else in your life who is a Tony Robbins fan without giving their names away?
I do not know anyone in my life. I don't think I've ever heard of Tony Robbins except from you.
Really? I'm surprised because he's pretty well known.
Yeah, because I'm not really into the whole self-help thing, and I've heard of James Ray, with the one that wrote The Secret,
which is complete bullshit, in my opinion.
Well, I think a lot of people are starting to learn that, and then some people got killed in a sweat lodge because it was so hot.
Yeah, I can't vouch for that, but I hear.
No, it's terrible.
Yeah,
benefiting off of profiting off of other people's emotions. I'm not good with that.
I don't know if that's connected to The Secret or not. So, but
well, that I think the whole secret thing. Well, you fell asleep through it, so you must not have thought it was great.
My friend is like, this is amazing. And turns out it wasn't.
No, I don't know anyone who's really into Tony Robbins. No, I don't think so.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. I don't really know anyone that's really into self-help stuff.
Besides from me.
Yeah. But you're not really, you even had questions about that.
I have a foot in that world. I don't subscribe to it completely, but I do think that there's some pearls of wisdom to be found in the self-help world. I think it's a problem when people think that all life's questions, I can't speak right today. It's normal.
It's okay.
Can be answered by reading self-help books.
Do you know anyone who's like super into self-help books?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not going to say their names, but I do.
Do I know these people?
No. You know of them, but you don't know them.
Oh, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's kind of like if somebody depends on psychics to get their advice from.
That's way less authentic to me than the self-help world.
Right. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yes. Because psychics are, they're just telling you what they think you want to hear.
Right, and there's no evidence to back it up.
No.
No evidence at all.
Have you watched James Randi's TED Talk?
I have not.
That's really good.
Really?
Yeah. He talks about psychics a lot in that.
So he's very skeptical of them too.
Oh, yes. He was. He died recently.
I know he did.
Yes.
Last year.
After attending a Tony Robbins seminar.
Wah, wah,
no, I don't know if he did.
Oh, jeez. Well, he probably would have attended it just to
expose
it. Pick apart and expose Tony Robbins.
But he does some good work. I am a fan.
White.
Yes.
Okay.
Jaylo.
Yes.
Tell me about Deep Space Nine.
I think you should start it off because you saw it before I did.
Right. All right. So
yeah, and it was the second of the 3-parter,
and we watched parts 2 and 3.
Yes.
So where we start yesterday, Major Kira leaves a space station to go to a monastery where Vedic Barile, her man, is stationed.
Well, almost her man.
Almost her man. This is before they,
Yeah.
collaborated in the bedroom.
If in fact they did.
They did.
How would you know?
Because they talk about it on the show.
Do they?
Yeah, they had a bedroom collaboration.
No, they don't.
Yes, they did. What? They didn't say it quite like that. But yes, they did. I believe they showed them in bed together after the act.
Okay, whatever. Go on.
Well, maybe they were just hanging out reading the Pedro Bible.
Bub.
Okay, back to the story, babes. She has an experience with an orb and doesn't quite know what it means.
Right.
Cisco goes to visit her and says, hey, we're going to get you back to the station as soon as we can.
Mm-hmm.
Major Curie is kidnapped by a group called the Circle.
Mm-hmm.
And they're an extremist group that only wants Bajorans to be involved with the future of Bajor.
Yes.
Okay. Odo got a tip from Quark about the Kasari that may be smuggling weapons to the Circle. He sneaks aboard their ship
Excuse me.
and finds out that the Kasari are buying weapons from the Cardassians and smuggling them to the Circle.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot Homeboy's name, but it was the dude who was the politician.
I don't remember who that was. The Bajoran commander, right?
The dude who's
Jaro.
Jaro is kind of like running the Circle.
Mm-hmm.
Breaks off communications with the station. Kira gets on board, and they basically say, okay, Federation, you need to abandon this area. Mm-hmm. Cisco contacts a commanding officer, an admiral, who says, we have no choice. Y'all got to get out of there. You don't got to go home, but you can't stay here.
Right now.
And that's where the episode ends.
Yes, it was a good one.
Comes back. They formulate a plan. Federation is going to help retake the station. Kira's going to go and get some evidence with Dax. And that's how it's going to be. Mm-hmm. They do that stuff, take back the station, and everything's okay at the end. Jaro gets thrown out, even though he collaborated with Fennequin. I passed over a lot of stuff, but I wanted to make it quick.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's jam-packed.
It is a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah. Jake gets separated from Nog for a little while, but eventually they get back together.
They get back together.
Yes, and at the end of the episode is so great. Everybody's coming back to the station. Cisco's waiting for Jake. He comes off, and Cisco's like, Jake, and then you hear Nog say, human, and Jake says, Nog, and he runs right past Cisco.
No, he doesn't do that.
No, he doesn't do that.
He doesn't say human.
Human.
All humans think alike.
Yes, I changed the ending a little bit.
Very funny.
What did you think of this?
I thought it was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And the and what how Linalis,
Mm-hmm.
that guy,
Yeah,
that ended up taking over Akira's position, how he ended up there, and he was trying to do the right thing. He came out a hero.
yeah, because he helped really take back the station.
Yes.
And then he died in the process.
Right.
There's a great scene at the end where Cisco is talking to O'Brien, and O'Brien's like, was Linalis really a hero? And Cisco says, that's how I'm going to remember him.
Mm. Yes.
Yes. I like this episode a lot.
I did too.
Would you recommend it to people?
Of course I would, yes.
Nice.
Of course. It's
Nice.
very good.
Nice.
That's what I liked about DS9, because you were right. I mean, that Star Trek series really makes you think about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we need series like that to challenge our thinking, to think critically about
It's
stuff.
such an underrated show.
So good.
But now people are starting to appreciate it more.
Now, your friend that I do know
Mm-hmm.
is now close to the end of DS9.
He's in the middle of the 10-part finale.
And he still says that it's okay.
He says there's good stuff about it,
Mm-hmm.
but overall he doesn't like the series.
If he didn't like the series, then why does he keep watching it?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
But he tells me that he reads online that it's a really good show.
Yes.
It's like, you should be able to judge that for yourself, bro.
Thank you. I agree.
Yes.
Yes. I totally agree with that. Judge for yourself. Don't read what everybody else is saying because it's going to throw you off.
Yes. It does take a while to get started, but I feel once you're really in it, it's great. It's a lot of fun.
Uh-huh.
It makes you think a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Just a great show.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Is there anything else you want to talk about, babes?
I thought I had a dream last night, and I really thought that I could remember it, but it just completely slipped my mind when I woke up.
I know. I had like 5 dreams last night. The same thing.
I slept so good.
I did too.
I really needed that sleep.
Mm.
And when it was time to wake up, I was like, okay, I'm awake.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
That Tony Robbins parody was hilarious. Go watch it.
Yes.
I don't know. I might take you up on an offer today.
What's up?
Maybe I will let you show me the Tony Robbins stuff just because we started this morning.
Let's do it.
All right.
So we end this and then I'll show you some T. Robbins.
Well, I want to give you a snack too.
Okay, so how about this?
Hmm?
We end this. I'll kiss you. You give me a snack, and then I'll show you 1 or 2 Tony Robbins videos.
Okay.
All right. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.